Good day and welcome to our student conference for grades 4 to 7. I would like to make a statement. A student with a positive attitude tends to achieve higher academic success. Let's repeat that. A student with a positive attitude tends to achieve higher academic success. Also, they believe in themselves and their capabilities. So what is a positive attitude? You're motivated and you're driven to start in the morning, and I want to add to this with a structured routine at a certain time, with a planning chart and a to-do list. That is a positive attitude. You can see what you have to do, you can see what you need to finish, and your day is structured. You know exactly what is expected. That is like running the marathon, and you know exactly you're going to do the comrades, you're going to do 90 kilometers, and you can't say at the 50-kilometer mark, oh, when is it the end? No, you need to know, you need to do your 5 or 6 subjects for the day, perhaps 7, and you must have structure. Then, a mindset shift. A person with a positive attitude can say, I can do this. And you have a positive self-talk in the sense that I can do it. I can do it. If you put effort in, your intelligence and your skills will improve. And I always say nothing comes from nothing. You have to put in effort. So to reap the benefits at the end of the day, you have to put in effort. Yes, it's hard work, but if you have a positive attitude and you know exactly where you're heading at, for sure, you can do it. Then, enthusiasm for learning new things. Make learning enjoyable. So are you enthusiastic about your schoolwork, about learning something, about perhaps whatever the subject is that you enjoy? For instance, a maths problem. Wow, I can do this. Actually, if I practice this, I can do this. And I've learned something new. Then if I work and try hard, I can do it. That is a positive attitude. Not just looking at your work, looking at your assignments, let's see what is the quickest way I can finish this work because I just want to finish it for the day. You have to be excited about what can I learn more. Because remember, we're building a future for ourselves and we prepare you for life and with life skills. So start developing a positive attitude and believe in yourself. I can do it. With hard work, I can do it. And have structure. Then, how to finish a grade in a year? Usually in normal school, normal government school or private school, you do a grade in a year. How can you do it on the platform? You've got certain goals that's set for the day. Complete your goals daily. Work a 5 to 6 hour working day. Some people work a bit less and they finish. Some people will have to do a bit more hours to finish the goals. Just remember, the daily goals, the total daily goals, come first before the hours. So if you finish 6 hours and you still have work left, you have to finish that. Keep that as homework for this afternoon. Take a break and do it as homework. Or start early in the day if you see you take longer. Remember, some people work slower and some people work faster. It's fine as long as you complete your daily goals. Then keep good communication with your teacher on the platform as well as on Teams. Why? Because if you get stuck, your teacher can help you quickly. You ask the question and they will help you and you're not stuck. And always talk to your teacher with respect. Never underestimate yourself and your abilities. Never think that you're not good enough, clever enough, smart enough to be able to do this. if you take it one thing at a time, plan for it, you will be able to do it. But again, have that positive attitude. Let's talk about back to basics. At the moment, there's 25% of the year already done. Can you believe it? The first term is over and done with, and that is 25% of the work. Remember, 25% per term give you 100%. So you can look on your course tab how far and what your progress was already up until now. So if you start at the beginning of the year on 20%, and then you should be on 25% of the work. It can be more. So 25% of the work should have been completed by now. Remember, I'm talking about if you want to finish a grade in 1 year. So this is an ongoing process from the first term to the last term. If not, if you haven't gone up to 25% from the beginning of the year, if you start at the beginning of the year, then, well, you have to focus because the daily workload is becoming more. So you could be further than 25%, that's not a problem. But because then you're going to finish a little bit earlier than December, perhaps November, perhaps even earlier. But now, if you are not on 25% already, you really have to focus and put in a little bit more effort. That's why it's important to work on a daily basis, every day your little bits. Let's talk about invigilation. What is that? When you do your quiz, your test, or your exam, you need somebody to sit next to you, an invigilator who's available, who will sit next to you. Not somewhere in the room, next to you. So why? If you're kicked out of a test, or a quiz, or an exam, then the invigilator, within 5 minutes' time, your invigilator, facilitator, or parent need to send a message with an explanation to the teacher as to why you were kicked out. It could have been electricity or something, but it's very important. So in others, that's someone who will oversee and watch you while you are doing your quiz, test, or exam. You can't do it by yourself because this is a test. Otherwise, the quiz or the test or exam can't be reassigned because now you've opened it already. You wait an hour or two, and then only your parent or your facilitator send the message. That's a problem. Then we can't reassign that quiz, test, or exam. And this means most probably that you're going to get a 0%, which we wouldn't like to do. So make sure that your parent is sitting next to you when you do that. A student can also be requested to write the test or the exam in LAN school. This is our virtual test room or our virtual exam room. So at any time, a student can be requested between grade 4 and 7 or grade 3 and 7, but this will be communicated by the teacher. Let's talk about messages and a few tips. Obviously, the messages are on the platform or on Teams. If you need help of any kind, use your platform with the message function or the help function and send a message to your teacher. But an important point that you need to, or tip, is send a message doesn't matter what your status of your teacher is, because remember, your teachers, they are busy tutoring through the day. So it doesn't matter what that status is. Send the message because they will receive it and they will come back to you the same day. Or book a tutor session on Teams. Remember, on the student team, there's a tutor tab where you can book a session with your teacher. If you need specifically, let's talk about maths, that's usually the one that people need help in, or if there's a project and you need an explanation. If you can only get a tutor session tomorrow, what should you do? Take another subject, say for instance English, and do an extra assignment in another course. So by the time you come to tomorrow, you have your session with your teacher, you can do, rather than 2 lessons in that subject, in that maths for instance. But then you don't need to do the English tomorrow. So you complete already one. So you can manage your dashboard like that. If a teacher did not answer you within a day, the message could have slipped from their dashboard. So it can happen. But please, and I'm saying within a day, please resend the message. So if a teacher is not replying within a day, please ask them or send that message again. Then if a teacher sends messages to you, you have to respond by the end of the day. Otherwise, your switch on platform will be blocked. Because why would that be? It's a time wasted for a day or two if you don't answer the teacher. And it's also loss of productivity. You can't carry on because the teacher stopped you because they want you to add some more information on a specific project or work or anything. So the sooner you answer that teacher, the sooner you will get some info from that teacher, the sooner you can carry on. So make sure all messages, Teams and switch on, that all your messages are read at the end of the day. Your Teams and the platform messages must all be read and dealt with. So if you have your Teams, and you have to have Teams on, remember, through the whole day or through the morning, make sure there isn't a number 1, 2, or 3 like a message on Teams, that you have read it and it was dealt with, because that is what the teachers are doing. So we expect it from you as students as well, because we don't want to stop you from working. We've got an Eisteddfod, the virtual Eisteddfod this year still. Now it will be in term 3, about September, October, and then the info will be shared in term 2. What is a virtual Eisteddfod? You can do music, so the music is recorded. You can do dancing, the dancing can be recorded. You can do artwork, pictures taken. You can do photography, you can do writing, you can do videos, documentaries, or life hack videos. There's such a variety of anything that you can do, but we will give that information at the beginning of term 2. Then term 2, Ma'am Marianne Visser will be the acting principal, and then myself and Ma'am Faye will be out of office. So if your parents need help or anything for general information, they can speak to Ma'am Megan van France. She will be able to help. They are all on Teams. Then the holidays around the corner. Friday the school will close, and on the 8th it will reopen. Very important to take a break. You have to take a break because you've worked hard. If you haven't worked hard, well, then you have to wait for next term. If you want to do a project perhaps during the holidays, all fine, you can do the project, but I need you to take a good break. And thank you for listening.